What is up guys, it's Cal, and today we're on the 7.3 PTR. In this video I'm going to show you 7 new mounts that are being introduced in patch 7.3. Now most of these mounts we don't exactly know where you get them, there's just a lot of placeholder information at the moment, but you can still see the models for, well, pretty much all of them. So the first one up is the Argus Calbook. Now we've seen a lot of Calbooks, we got a lot of them in BC, except this is obviously a whole different model of them. We don't exactly know how you get it yet. The description and the location of where you get it are both placeholder. In fact, the name might also be placeholder, so keep that in mind. But it is a very cool model. Next up, we don't exactly have the model for it yet, but it is a PvP mount. It's called the Vicious War Fox. There's going to be a Alliance version and a Horde version of it, but you can kind of see it has a saddle, it has a reins. I like that Blizzard puts these PvP mounts in. It gives people more of an incentive to do PvP. And as you see, you do get it from the Vicious Saddle, I think is what it's called, like how the other PvP mounts were. Next up we got a Mana Ray mount, which is a big step from the Nether race that we saw before. Now the drop and the description of it are both placeholder, and it does say in parentheses there black, meaning that there are going to be many more of these. In fact, a lot of the skins have been data mined, so there's going to be a lot of recolors of this mount. It is very cool looking, it has the little mana capsules on its back, but yeah, that is the Mana Ray mount. Now this next mount is an interesting one. It's called the Shackled Azul, and I see it right there. It's not exactly a beast. It's got 5 heads, a set of huge teeth, a reins around its mouth leading back to a saddle, and it has some like green goop coming out of its front mouth. The drop of it is of course placeholder. The description does say formed from the tormented bodies and souls of fallen members of the Army of the Light. The Azul is both fascinating and horrifying. So this one actually does have a lot of people thinking, why would they put something like this in the game? It doesn't look like a mount. Well, it is something different, so keep that in mind. I actually do really like this one because of how different it is. I feel like this might be a raid drop one just because of its unique model, but who knows. Next up we got this one, a Vile Fiend, very cool looking. The drop of it is placeholder, as it's infused with acidic blood through a terrifying ritual. You can feel your control over this beast is tenuous at best. So I feel like this is going to be a drop from one of the bosses in the new raid, and Taurus the Burning Throne I believe is what it's called. But really, I don't know. I did check the loot tables of all the bosses, even in Mythic difficulty, and this mount didn't show up, but they may have just not put it in the loot table. Or you may just not get it from a raid at all. Who knows, but it is a very cool looking model. Next up we got the Darkmoon Charitable. Now as you see there, it's 1,000 Darkmoon tickets. It says that Silas considered using his fleet of blimps for marketing, but decided that selling them directly was all the marketing he needed. So it is a nice model. You can see the sparks kind of coming off of the blade at the back. And I believe this did come out in the game files in 7.2 or was it 7.2.5, but it's finally available for purchase. So make sure you start stockpiling on those Darkmoon tickets as soon as possible. And then next up we got the Lucid Nightmare, which this is an interesting one that has a lot of people wondering how you get it, because it does say drop for Puzzler's Desire. Description does say, when riding this mount, your thoughts often wander too far off places. Now with a drop name like that, it kind of makes you think this is going to be one of those mounts sort of like Cosmoth the Hungering or the Mindworm. It would make sense that they would put one in 7.3 because the Cosmoth one came out in 7.1 and then the Mindworm came out in 7.2, so They would put one in 7.3, hopefully at least, because those are actually really fun to find. But other than that, this is a very cool model. You can see these sort of textures coming off of the feet. It has a horn, it's like, you know, one of the unicorn mounts. But yeah, can't wait to see that one when it comes out. But anyways guys, that's the entire video of 7 new mount models that are coming out in 7.3. You can let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. Mine was probably the Shackled Azul. That one's just a interesting looking one, and definitely something different. But if you like this video, you can leave a like on it, you can sub to the channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.